So, with the rebel takeover and Assad's fall in Syria, a lot of people are wondering what exactly does this mean for the region, for Israel, for America, and for the West? And Brigitte Gabriel had a brilliant explanation of what exactly this means, the danger that we face going forward, and whether it was good or bad that Assad fell.
So everyone is excited and hopeful about what happened in Syria over the weekend with the toppling of Assad. But who exactly are these people who toppled him? And who is their leader? This is all bad news, very bad news. We now have a combination of Al-Qaeda and ISIS basically controlling a country. Here's what you need to know. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the rebel Islamic group that took over Syria and ousted Assad, are led by Abu Muhammad al-Julani. Al-Julani is an Al-Qaeda terrorist. He was the leader of Al-Qaeda in Iraq. In 2006, Julani was arrested by US troops in Iraq and thrown in jail. That's where he met the head and founder of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. In 2011, al-Baghdadi sent Julani to Syria to start Jabhat al-Nusra. In 2012, it became a formidable front. In 2013, Baghdadi cut ties with Al-Qaeda and went to Syria to establish the Islamic State of Iraq and al-Sham, what is known as ISIS. ISIS wanted to absorb Julani's group, but he resisted, declaring his allegiance to Al-Qaeda. He did not want a global caliphate like ISIS. He just wanted an Islamic state within Syria. Al-Qaeda didn't do much to help him. So in 2016, he branched out on his own. His organization, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, had one goal: defeat Assad and topple the Syrian regime. He established within Syria a mini state controlled by him and under Sharia law in Idlib, a city with about 5 million people. They established a civilian front called the Syrian Salvation Government. They ruled like a state. They had a prime minister and a government department. After the end of ISIS by Trump, Julani tried to change his image as a moderate ruler who supports order. But those who lived under his rule accused him of silencing opposition, targeting journalists, and imposing harsh restrictions. He ruled like the Taliban ruled in Afghanistan. He is a dangerous militant jihadi. Julani is not his original name. His original name is Ahmad Hussein al-Shara. He adopted the name Julani because he wanted to show his intentions of what he wants to do, which is liberate al-Sham. Al-Sham is the Islamic name of Syria, which not only includes Syria, but also Lebanon, Jordan, and Israel. So when he talks about freedom and independence for al-Sham, he is talking about all these countries. We are looking at the reshaping of the Middle East and the shifting of powers and alliances. And yes, Iran and Russia are weakened, but the rebels came to power because of the help of Turkey and Erdogan, who is now emerging as a new threat. Erdogan helped the rebels get this victory. Erdogan believes that he is the leader of the Sunni Muslims, and he wants to bring an end to Western civilization, so the Islamic empire will flourish. Turkey is a NATO nation. They are not some crazy group led by a wacko leader and no one listens to. Erdogan and Julani, the head of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, have the same goal: defeat Western civilization and re-establish al-Sham, the Islamic Greater Syria, which encompasses Lebanon, Jordan, and Israel. Under this new rule in Syria, the minorities will be persecuted, especially the Christians and the Kurds. Thank God we have Trump about to take office and manage America and its interest for the next 4 years. To stay up to date on the latest...
All right, so she's not negating the fact that Iran has just been dealt a big blow, but she also acknowledges that Syria being taken over by a bunch of terrorists is not a good sign for the Middle East. I would argue that potentially a stabilized government in Syria could prove to Israel's benefit, because at the end of the day, a destabilization, a terrorist regime is less of a security threat towards Israel than an actual military and an actual government, because they're more, I guess, sort of, the world recognizes them as an actual, legitimate state. But there is a big concern that these rebels will definitely cause problems for both Israel, America, and the entire Western world. For more, subscribe to this channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored. That's buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored.